Hey, what's up, everybody? Bag of Churros here, season 36, Boom Beach, Warships. So the last video I made, I think I had just gotten to 16. I had an amazing base. I took a few hours off. I came back, and here's what was crazy: that base. And if you saw my last video, it was 100% fizzles. Every single person I had gone against was not able to finish the base. And when I played the next time, every single person was able to finish the base. Like I was like on a 6 fight losing streak or something crazy. Like every single person could finish my base. So something happened. I mean, obviously I got a little bit more tokens, and it wasn't just leveling up because I was losing to 15s too. I had gotten more keys and more tokens, and just for some reason, I don't know, man, everybody was beating me. So I changed up the base. It took me a little while to figure out, how to do it. I even tried to go to the Doom Cannon and quickly changed back to the Grappler. Again, Doom Cannon is awesome, and if you have it, great. But my preference is to do it this way. So we're back on a little bit of a run. Let's see, we've got 4 in a row. And this is actually pretty good. What is that, 7-3 over the past 10 battles? So we're doing all right. And what I wanted to show you was the changes we made. So everybody's got this kind of Y or T looking base. There's been a couple of other options out there, but this one really is the best. Usually you see a Doom Cannon right in the middle. We don't have a Doom Cannon. So for us, it works best to have the Grappler right there and kind of just ruin the attacker's attack. Here's what's critical. You want to have your boom kind of like completely envelop the Grappler. And then from this side too. Obviously, we could scoot everybody a little bit left, but then we would leave open a little bit too much on the right. The guns are within range too, so that helps a lot. The other thing that we did was we got bombardiers. And I do want to talk about this because this is very, very important. So at this level, in the I would say even starting 14, 15, 16, 17, probably maybe even a little bit beyond that, it's pretty hard to finish each other's bases. So the way to win, the way to level up is to do the most damage. Now that sucks a little bit, but I've won by taking out just one engine. So let's see, for example, some of these I backed off once I knew that I had one, but you see, I didn't finish that base. I guess I did finish that one. I did not finish that base. In fact, I only took down one engine and I backed off because I had already won. And that one I did finish. So I guess track record wise is about 50-50, but the reason you want bombers is because you have to finish at least one engine to keep moving on up. So this is a tough situation here. Like what's good, right? You want rocket launchers. I want rocket launchers, and actually we have enough keys to get them. But we're gonna wait on that just a second. Because what I really want is Kavan, right? But to get Kavan, I got to get the choppers. But the choppers aren't going to benefit us too much. But the reason I'm going to get rocket launchers is because we're sitting on a ton of tokens. And I think we'll be able to level up here quite a bit. So that's what we're doing. Let's watch the base because this is definitely a fizzle base. As you guys saw, 4 engines left, 4 engines left, 4 engines left, and 3 engines left. So the base works really well. Let's watch, I guess, the first one. To victory! Real quick, I'll say that this base is finishable. You can finish it if you're really, really good with choppers and you have critters. You hit it from the right and you go up sort of like this way and you kind of creep and use some shocks there and some it's really hard to do, but it has happened. That's kind of the best attack. This guy's going, I think, with the best attack, but you just, with these troops, you just can't do it. So let's see how it goes. This is why I love the grappler. Right away, the grappler starts taking out one by one, and of course they're going to die. Look at all the, weapons on them. This does just enough damage to get you kind of like in a poor start, makes you panic, and then like, what are you going to do? He's actually putting himself right in the middle, which you got to be extremely confident to think you're gonna win that way. And again, what's he really going for? I mean, he's not going to finish the base with that kind of strategy and that kind of troop layout. But what's the option? Like, option is go through the gauntlet, and that's not going to work either. So that's why this base works really well. Yep, just not much you can do there. By the way, I've gone up against bases like mine, and they are very hard. Okay, this guy took out one engine. Let's see how it went.
To victory!
Real quick, I will say that if you don't have choppers and you don't have bombers and you're not extremely savvy in your attack, this is the best way to attack it, straight from the front. And basically, and in fact, I think what's even better than this is when you go with littles. You go with riflemen and bombers, you can take this base out for sure. He was just out of range. Okay, now let's talk about the attack. What I'm doing with the attack is I'm kind of using the defense as a decision point. So if they have a doom cannon, then I use more heavies and littles. Or if they have a lot of spread out mines like this. Now normally you launch your defenses, but this guy has flamethrowers up front and even a cannon, so really nothing that can reach the bombers. So hey, easy start, right? Spread out the bombers and just take that all out.
Let's go!
Now, the other challenge in this base that you have to recognize right away is all these mines, the literal minefield, right? How are you going to get rid of them when this guy's picking you off, right? With this grappler. Okay, there you go. Well, guess what? These littles are just going to create all kinds of confusion. They're going to take out mines as they walk. They're not leveled up. And then our little Mrs. Brick here is going to take out the rest of them. And you'll see how well this works. Okay, so far so good, right? This is working exactly the way we want it to. The first level's gone. Now there's very few flamethrowers, and our littles are going to come in to take out the mines, create confusion for that grappler, and let our bombers continue to do their work. Real quick, at this point, because we had launched so late, he had already retreated, so we had already won. But I was so close to taking out that second engine that I just went ahead and took it out. Honestly, I think we could have taken the whole base. But really, what's the point? Better to save your bombers for the next one. Okay, so that's a winning strategy. Also, let's watch this one, this last one. Your replay. Now notice the different drop here. Why is that the case? Well, because we can't really send the bombers in first because there's a lot of mines and this particularly pesky boom cannon right here. Also, remember that all we're really trying to do is go for one engine, so we really want this one on the left. If we get more than that, great, because almost everybody's fizzling us against us 100%. This one would have been a good one for multiple littles, but I think I had actually run out of littles by this point. But you need at least one boat when you have this many mines. And so the reason we started off with the littles is to clear out those mines. And then it's just a bit of, free clearing, staying to the left, making sure you avoid as much of the chaos. Look at all these mines and stuff. You don't want to split here. You want to keep your troops together and kind of just work it. I think I did make a mistake on this one when I reflared my bombers, but let's just watch and see how it goes. In case you didn't catch it, obviously Brick went down, but the reason she went down is because I was using the the grenade over and over again to just take out as many of those mines as possible. Remember, at this level, you're going for the win, not necessarily for the clear. Again, at this point, I think we had already won, and I think we could have taken out all 4 of the engines, but, better just get the win. Well, I guess I was so close that I just went ahead and did it. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you guys, okay? If you're struggling, go for one of these T-bases. That's your best bet. Even if you have no, what's it called, Mythic? I was going to say Mythic. Even if you have no prototype. What else? Spread out those mines, keep them in the front, use your shocks to slow them down as much as possible. Don't worry about having your engines too close to each other. It's best to keep them in the back because if you're going to win, you might have to win on, points or damage or even just getting one engine. In the attack, highly recommend that you don't really maximize anything that you don't need. Like rifles can do a good job of clearing mines without being upgraded. Would they be better if you're upgraded? Sure, but you know, there's other places to spend your tokens. Now I'm sitting on a lot of tokens, but that's okay because we're gonna get this real soon. In fact, probably right after this video. So yeah, that's where we are, guys. Let's get into one live attack. I don't want to play too much right now because I'm waiting for 2.5 hours so I can get this next chest, because I'm afraid that if I keep playing and I go down to level 15, you guys know that at this level you get less goodies. So that's why I don't want to play too much. But let's start with a 1, 2, 3, 1 medic, and 1, 2, 3, 4 bombers. Okay, and we're going to start with the shield. That's our starting point, and let's see what we get. We're in a 4-fight win streak. Let's do a live attack. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. And the mines are relatively clustered, so I don't think we really need a lot of littles. And he has no prototype, so it doesn't look too exceptionally difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to get one boat of littles to clear out those mines in the middle. We're going to switch. Well, hang on, let's see. I think we're going to switch. No. We're going to keep brick with grenade, and we're going to attack from the right. Here we go. Ready?
Okay. To victory!
Okay, we're going to go ahead and retreat because I think we won. It's risky to retreat without knowing for sure that they have retreated. I don't know why it always doesn't show enemy has retreated. We could tell that they weren't really going to get any because we waited so long on the drop and they really didn't take out any engines. So we could have backed off of one, saved ourselves a bunch of bombers. But just to be sure, and because we were in pretty good shape, we went after that second one. So that's how it goes. You know, remember, if you can clear the base, great. But really what's more important at this point is to get that win. And you can probably get it with just one engine, you know, if you have this kind of base and this kind of attack. Let's see what he did, just to kind of like see the base work again. Okay, this is good. We haven't seen this attack yet. So this is either a heavy rush or a heavy free clear. But just with this grappler, this is perfect defense for this attack. if you are going to do an attack like that, a heavy free clear, best to go with the shield, the Iron Will. That's kind of the way to get through it. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is, I think, one of the most instructional videos that I've put out there, because I think it's critical that, one, you gotta have a good base, two, a good attack, three, a good strategy. And remember that at this point, when it gets really, really tough and really, really grindy, and you have to kind of feel it out how the season is going, you might be able to win by just having the right base and being able to take out just one engine. It's risky, and you do have to, drop very late and wait for the other guy and see what he's doing. And as you're attacking, it is complicated to kind of like guess what they're doing. But if you wait long enough and you see that they haven't taken out a single engine, then most likely they're on the way to fizzle. If they're fizzling, then take out one engine and you win. If they start to take out some engines, then you're going to have to keep going and get really smart about your attack, and you might have to try to finish the base. All pretty common sense stuff, but just so you guys kind of see how we're doing. We're 8-2, a 5-fight win streak. I'm going to go ahead and snap a picture of that. But yeah, guys, hope you're enjoying the season. I know it's getting a little tough out there, but hopefully this video helps you guys, all right? Take care, guys. Happy 4th of July. Later.